57% of people working full-time jobs around the world cannot survive a single missed paycheck. Not people in poverty, not people without jobs. Working people with salaries, benefits, and bosses. They show up every Monday, give their best hours to someone else's business, and still end the month with almost nothing left. That is not a personal failure. That is a pattern. And once you see how deep it runs, across countries, income levels, and six-figure salaries, you will never look at your paycheck the same way again. Most workers are one crisis away from collapse. Here is a number that changes how you see your paycheck: 57%. That is the share of full-time workers globally who live paycheck to paycheck, according to ADP's 2025 People at Work survey. In Egypt, 84%. Saudi Arabia, 79%. Philippines, 78%. Peru, 73%. UAE, 72%. Even in the United States, one of the richest countries on earth, 60%. The UK is at 49%. South Korea is the only outlier at just 18%. Employment is at record highs. Financial fragility is right there alongside it. People are working more than ever and saving less than ever. This is not about irresponsibility. This is about a system where the cost of living has quietly, consistently outpaced the value of working. Working more jobs does not fix the problem. If one job is not enough, the obvious answer is a second one. That is what 23% of workers worldwide have done. But the data tells a different story. Among workers with one job, 54% live paycheck to paycheck. Two jobs, 59%. Three or more, 61%, still cannot make ends meet. More work, more hours, still not enough. This is the multi-job paradox. The problem is not how hard you work. The problem is that modern life costs more than any number of jobs can reliably cover. Extra jobs add exhaustion, not security. The escape route most people trust is, statistically, a dead end. Even six-figure earners are trapped. You might assume this only hits low-income workers. It does not. Among people earning over $100,000 a year, 50% still live paycheck to paycheck. At $150,000, 1 in 3. At $250,000, 25%. Goldman Sachs data shows that even above $300,000, roughly 40% are in the same position. Economists call this group Henrys, high earners, not rich yet. The average Henry earns $136,000 a year, is 43 years old, holds $214,000 in assets, and carries $160,000 in credit across 10 accounts. They spend $68,000 annually on discretionary items and save almost nothing. Then there are physicians. 57% of U.S. attending physicians live paycheck to paycheck. Many enter the workforce carrying debt exceeding $200,000 against a national average of $39,000 and spend years just catching up. Surrounded by high-earning peers, they fall into mimetic desire, spending to match others rather than actual needs. The bigger the salary, the bigger the social pressure to look like it. Your job has a hidden price tag. Your offer letter never mentioned this. Your job costs money. There is a hidden invoice attached to every 9-to-5 role, paid from your own pocket each month. Commuting, food, wardrobe, parking, and other work costs can run $6,800 to $13,500 a year. Factor that in, and your actual take-home is 20 to 30% lower than your contract number. The invoice is never presented, but it is collected quietly every month. A family earning $200,000 had $500 in savings. A dual-income family in the U.S. Midwest had income over $200,000, monthly take-home of $11,200, and only $500 saved. Mortgage was $3,020, two car loans $966, insurance $300, utilities and phones $675, groceries and dining $1,800. Total, over $8,400 monthly. What remained was $500 and anxiety. They called themselves one catastrophe away from disaster because lifestyle inflation made every dollar matter. No raise was needed. Cancel a $108 gym membership. Trade one car. Payment drops from $616 to $100. Optimize insurance. 3 moves raised monthly savings to $2,500. Income never changed, only the structure did. Wages have not kept up. By design, between 1973 and 2013, American worker productivity grew by 74.4%, while real hourly wages grew just 9.2%. Workers produced far more value and kept almost none of the gain. The CEO-to-worker pay gap confirms it. In 1965, a CEO earned 20 times the typical worker, but by 2013, that ratio was 296 times. The economy expanded. The rewards did not. From 2021 to 2025, U.S. consumer prices rose 22.7%, while wages rose 21.8%. That gap, under 1 full percentage point, represents a real pay cut that never appeared on any payslip. Wages went up. Buying power went down. This is the wage illusion, effective precisely because it is invisible. The retirement time bomb. A comfortable retirement in the U.S. requires between $1.26 million and $1.46 million. A wealthy retirement threshold sits at $2.2 to $2.3 million. Those are the targets. The reality, Americans aged 45 to 54 have a median retirement savings of $115,000, a gap of over $1.14 million. Workers aged 55 to 64 have saved $185,000, still over $1 million short. People aged 65 to 74, already at retirement, hold a median of just $200,000, more than $1 million short at the finish line. Most worked full 30 to 40-year careers. The 9-to-5 consumed their best years and promised security. The data shows what it actually delivered to most. How millionaires actually built wealth. As of 2024, there are 23.8 million millionaires in the U.S., about 1 in every 15 people. How most got there breaks popular assumptions. 79% received zero inheritance. 1/3 never earned a 6-figure salary in any single year. The top 5 professions: engineers, accountants, teachers, managers, and attorneys. Teachers, not celebrities or founders. Most are self-employed and hold over 60% of wealth in equities and retirement accounts. Their primary home accounts for just 7.6% of net worth. One formula matters. Multiply your age by your annual income, then divide by 10. That is your target net worth. Most people inside the 9-to-5 have never seen this because employment culture teaches showing up, not building up. The psychology that keeps you locked in the 9-to-5 trap is not only financial, it is psychological. And psychology is the harder wall to break. Golden handcuffs, bonuses, unvested stock, pension benefits forfeited upon leaving. Create a felt obligation to stay in a depleting role because the exit feels too expensive. The cage is comfortable. That is exactly what makes it work. The hedonic treadmill means every raise resets expectations upward. You earn more, spend more, feel the same. The sense of enough never arrives because no one ever defined it. The counter is a simple formula: housing plus health plus food plus insurance multiplied by 1.25. Your actual floor. Once you know it, every dollar above it becomes a choice, not a life sentence too. The 9-to-5 trap works because it is quiet. It does not announce itself. It just takes your time, inflates your lifestyle, and leaves you wondering where the decade went. But now you have seen the data. The way out is not a bigger paycheck. It is a smarter structure. Thank you for watching. If this changed how you think about money, please hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe for more insights that actually matter. There is a lot more ahead.